Candy, come on.
Hello, everyone. So, I like my men how I like my gifts. Unwrapped. Shit, I forgot my parents are in the audience. Well, at least now they know I'm finally not a virgin. This crowd is slightly larger than the amount of people who hated me in high school. Just kidding, it's nowhere near that amount. I guess a positive way of saying it would be it's more crowded in here than it is in my uterus, hopefully. A couple of months ago was April Fool's Day, and so I was thinking of how last year my previous boyfriend didn't want to break up with me on April Fool's Day, so he broke up with me on April 2nd. So I was thinking, how nice of him, right? Well, I guess we never really pranked each other then, because on April 2nd, I was still pregnant. Just kidding, I didn't want to have sex with him. So, I actually lost my hymen when I was 6. First grade was a wild year for me. Just kidding. I actually just fell on the playground, and it was the most painful moment of my life, other than when I first saw my reflection. How many of you have anxiety? I have an anxiety disorder, and I'm pretty sure I've had it since I was born. As I was coming out of the womb, I was probably thinking, what if I can't get back in? And now I'm gay. Woo! Just kidding, I go either way. I developed anxious attachment when I was with my last boyfriend, and so I usually hate being reminded of my ex, but on Memorial Day weekend I was eating mini hot dogs, and I was thinking, oh, shit, I can't eat this anymore. So this past year, I've had a lot of upgrades. I got dumped by someone who I was dating for 4.7 months, which is probably the length of something else. And I upgraded from the 11-inch MacBook Air to the 15-inch MacBook Pro. So I guess you could say I upgraded in computer size and boyfriend size. Yes, I do have a current boyfriend. And I've been trying to spice up our relationship, or should I say pumpkin spice, because he went to Starbucks and he got a cold foam cappuccino. So I was thinking of saying, I want to sip that cold foam, if you know what I mean. So I said that to him, and he said, if it's cold, that means you need to see a doctor. And I was like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be cold. I was like not even joking, like I was serious, okay? I'm not that experienced. Like I thought I lost my virginity with my first boyfriend, but I did not. Trust me, I did not. Anyway, so have any of you seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel before?
Yes.
Yay, great, me too. So I'm the president of my stand-up club at school, and so someone new joined, and I started telling him about like my experience and why I did comedy, and he's like, has anyone ever told you that your life is exactly like Mrs. Maisel, like how I look or whatever, and like, oh, like my husband left me, you know, because of my last boyfriend. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end on one joke that I came up with 2 years ago that I said when I thought that I would be a virgin forever. And it is, I like my men how I like my tampons. I've never had one inside me, and I never will. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm Candy Kramer.
everybody. Give it up for Candy.